Oh, Dazzler. Oh, Dazzler, I haven't been this excited in ages. Southern France, underwater grand fishing adventure special. What are you feeling?
Mate, I'm excited. It's just going to be fascinating, really, to see how those fish react.
Oh, folks, you're in for a belter. Well, as long as we catch something. It could end up like an old damp squid. What is a squid?
Yeah, don't know.
Very exciting times. The long drive was nearly over. We were now within touching distance to our chosen venue, which was in southern France, approximately 200 kilometres south of the well-known town of Bordeaux. And don't be fooled by the industrial backdrop. This lake sits in the shadow of the famous Pyrenees Mountains.
Bobby boy, we're going through the hallowed gates. We're either going to look like a pair of mugs or it's going to turn out very glorious.
Mate, whatever it is, we'll get some interesting content, I'm sure, underwater.
We'd arrived at the mighty Ichthus, a French fishing holiday destination with 3 mega lakes, each holding huge fish. King carp to 80 pounds, koi carp to 45 pounds, and mind-blowing sturgeon, 20 varieties to over 200 pounds. Insane in the membrane.
You are going to need a gym session, mate, if we're going to end up landing some of these things that are in here.
But more importantly, like, I have caught sturgeon in the past. Have you ever been lucky enough to
Never caught a sturgeon, mate, no. They take to the air. I would love to see that here.
You love a little tail walk, didn't you?
Tail walk.
Give us a tail walk. Go on. What would you like? Go on. Go on. No, come on, man. You got to leave the ground a bit. You used to get up in the air, didn't you? Like, leap right, some more. Go on, give us one. Go on. Right, let's do it. Come here. Let's do it together. Ready? Best tail walk. Ready?
Sorry, pal.
Referee. We'd been told the other end of the lake was the best area this time of year for sturgeon, so that's where we were heading to set up camp.
I've seen this lake on the internet and I've seen some of the giants that are in here. I'm desperate to get off the mark and catch my first sturgeon. Whoop.
Are you all right in there, Bob?
Yeah.
I've caught plenty of sturgeon before, but I'd never actually targeted them in a session. Plus, I'd never caught a big orange koi either, so I was buzzing. It wasn't too long before dark, plus our diver who'd be setting our underwater cameras wasn't flying until late at night. So although we were chomping at the bit to get fishing, we'd have to wait till the morning. Early doors, we were met with a beautiful French dawn and our rigs were ready to rock and roll.
Oh, go on. You were a sturgeon in a former life, weren't you?
Definitely was.
You would eat that, wouldn't you?
Big bit of protein all day long, big old fish. Need that.
Yeah, so protein, beefed up tackle as well. We've got like a 50-pound braided hook link on here, OK? Then we've got our super, very aggressive mechanism here that recoils, so it's set, and as soon as the fish touches that hook bait, it goes bang and sets in, so that they won't like that either, right? Yeah. And then we've got a nice strong leader, again, about 50 pound, OK, going to 20 pound mainline. So it's much higher than what we'd normally use for carp. So that's one rod, and then on the other rod, again, I think it's a technique they've probably not used on here before. You've got that plastic-style cage packed with paste, loads of attraction, good that, and then a PVA stick on all of them will be threaded down. You all know how good they are, don't we?
Amazing. Well, listen, mate, waited long enough. Let's catch some.
Let's go catch some sturgeon and orange carp.
Beautiful.
Time for Operation Rig deployment. My first rod was off down to my right, pretty tight to the margin. Bob with a little white pop-up on his first rod, down his respective margin, but a little further from the bank on a ledge. We also put 2 more rods out each. These were all out in the open water at varying depths. Bring on the sturgeon. Next, the exciting part, the underwater cameras. Cue our very own James Pond, a.k.a. Luke. Look at that sturgeon. Luke swam out and carefully placed a small camera by hand near to 4 of our rigs that were in shallow enough water. Top work, Pond, and good to see you left our spots shaken but not stirred.
I'm a little bit scared. Are the fish going to react as normal? Is there going to be extra disturbance in the water with the diver? Only time will tell.
The clock started to tick by as we nervously awaited some action. My right-hand rod in the margin was getting the odd bleep. In fishing, we call these liners, but what was causing it? Often it can be smaller nuisance fish or bigger fish brushing the line. Well, we were about to find out as James Pond had retrieved the camera and it was about to present us with some highlights of the underwater footage.
Ooh, OK. Oh, Bob, look at that.
Mate, that is huge. How have you... What the...
Well, it's just...
Mate, that is massive.
Here's another clip. Oh my God, look at it.
Straight.
Oh, that's eating.
Oh,
Wowzers,
mate,
man, that is
that
close to the rig.
that is huge, mate. Honestly, the size of those sturgeon are a joke.
I was not expecting that. One more. Right, let's have a look. Mate, look at his mouth going. Look at his mouth going, look. That is madness.
Mate, we need to get one of them.
Oh, my God. That is incredible, man. And that is just down there. Wow. I think seeing that, I've got to change the hook bait because even though I've got a lot of attraction, it's very down and they're almost like they're a little bit off the bottom. So they are like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
And my hook bait resembles a little bit like hair intertwined with the carpet.
OK.
And I want to change it to like a biscuit that goes shoot straight into the vacuum cleaner. In layman terms, to a fisherman, that is to make it into a snowman rig. Little pop.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I understand it. That could do the job.
That is fascinating.
Yeah,
man.
mate, it's unbelievable footage. It's great to see.
It's amazing being able to see those fish coming in and feeding. Bit different to the way carp feed as well. They're sort of coming in, hitting the bait and scooting straight off. So, yeah, I think they're not really picking a individual bait. They're just hoovering everything up and off they go.
Time for some rig tweaks. The next challenge was to try and convert one of these sturgeon chances, a rig mechanics tweak on a couple of the rods, which would hopefully complement the sturgeon style of feeding, the trusty snowman rig. The first new rig was dropped over my right-hand margin where we'd seen all the activity. Within seconds of Luke placing the underwater camera, the sturgeon was straight on the bait. Surely it wouldn't be long to find out if the rig tweak would work. Nerve-wracking but mega exciting times.
The little squirt.
Well, it is bite time, isn't it, pal?
Well, I think it's not like bite time for a while.
We were in France for an underwater special and we were first targeting sturgeon to over 200 pounds. I just hooked one after a rig change following some underwater intel.
The little tweak worked.
It was action stations and Zamo wasted no time in trying to get his waders on, as you need to land these beasts in the water.
Bizarre fight, mate.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more runs. Yeah.
It's like it's just stuck to the bottom.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a stingray. Oh, it's woke up.
Something just didn't feel right.
Foul look.
I don't know what it is, mate. I couldn't tell you.
Then it came free.
Oh, here we go.
You seen it? Look.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, where is
Foul
it?
Wrapped.
No. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, it's in the. Oh, it's round H block. Oh, it's caught in the mouth. Look. There you go. Go on, Bob. Grab its tail, son. Wow, that's why it's got H block round it and a camera, probably.
That's why it'd been such a strange fight. The sturgeon had caught itself around the H block, which was a floating marker on a cord to mark the spot. In a replay, you can see the line was caught around the camera too, which must have also taken out the H-block as the fish swam off. But it didn't take us long to free the sturgeon and remove the hook too. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey! Look at that. A proper prehistoric zoo creature that is, Zamo, isn't it?
They are actually prehistoric. They were about with the dinosaurs.
Is that another weird Zamo fact?
No, it is a fact.
Look at that. A proper specimen. So pleased to be able to show you one of these. Incredible and just exhilarating, seeing them feed on the water, getting a taste of how they're feeding and being able to make a little tweak, and it worked.
Great to see Ali catch a sturgeon. It's really whet my appetite. I don't really care how big, I just want to catch one myself.
The first sturgeon I'd ever caught that I'd purposely targeted, around 60 pounds, and it was later identified as a Cuba sturgeon. Pomme de terre.